Hello, welcome to MBK study. In this video I am going to explain you about how rate of rise in temperature depends on the nature of the substance, derivation of specific heat, what is specific heat, units of specific heat, why specific heat is different for different substances, and applications of specific heat capacity. Without delay, let's start the topics. Take a jar with water and heat up to 80 degrees Celsius. Take two identical boiling test tubes. One of them is filled with 50 grams of water and other with 50 grams of oil, both at room temperature. With single hole rubber corks. Now clamp them to a retort stand and place them in a jar of hot water. Insert the two thermometers through holes of the cork, one each into two test tubes. Observe the readings of the thermometers for every 3 minutes. Note the readings in your notebook. Now tell me, in which test tube does the temperature of rise quickly? We believe that same amount of heat is supplied to water and oil because they are kept in a jar of hot water for the same interval of time. We observe that the rate of rise in temperature of the oil is higher than that of the rise in temperature of water. Why does this happen? Because the nature of water is different from the nature of the oil. Hence we conclude that the rate of rise in temperature depends on the nature of the substance. Take two beakers of equal volume and take 250 grams of water in one beaker and 1 kg of water in another beaker. Note down their initial temperatures using a thermometer. Initial temperature should be the same. Let it be 30 degrees Celsius. Now heat both beakers till the temperature of water in the two beakers rises to 60 degrees Celsius. Note down the heating times required to rise the temperature of water to 60 degrees Celsius in each beaker. Now tell me, which beaker needed more time? You will notice that you need more time to rise the temperature of 1 kg of water when compared to 250 grams of water. That means you need to supply more heat energy to greater quantity of water than lesser quantity of water for same change in temperature. So we can say, for same change in temperature, the amount of heat, it is denoted by capital Q, absorbed by a substance is directly proportional to its mass m. Mathematically it can be written as Q proportional to m, where change in temperature is constant. Let it be, this is the equation 1. Now come to the second case. Now take 1 liter of water in a beaker and heat it over a constant flame. Note the temperature changes for every 2 minutes. What do you notice? You will notice that the change in temperature rise with time is constant. That means for the same mass of water, the change in temperature is proportional to amount of heat absorbed by it. Mathematically it can be written as Q proportional to change in temperature, that is delta T, when mass is constant. So here temperature is directly proportional to heat. If you supply this more amount of heat, you can see change in temperature is increases. So let it be, this is a equation 1. Once again, Q proportional to M when delta T is constant, equation 1. Q proportional to delta T when M is constant, equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, it can be written as Q proportional to M delta T. So here you have to remove the proportional. To remove the proportional here, you have to keep is equal to and one constant. So like this, Q is equal to S M delta T. Here in place of proportional, we have kept is equal to and one constant. What is this S? Where S is a constant for a given substance, this constant is called specific heat of the substance, and it can be written as specific heat S is equal to Q by M delta T. Now what is specific heat? Specific heat is nothing but a substance. The specific heat of a substance is the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass of the substance by 1 degree Celsius is nothing but specific heat of a substance. Now let's see units of specific heat. CGS unit and SI unit. CGS unit is calorie per gram degree Celsius and SI unit is joule per kg Kelvin. Conversion from calorie to from CGS unit to SI unit. So 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius is equal to 1 calorie is equal to, we can write as 1000 calorie in SI unit, and grams in CGS unit, kg in SI unit, degree Celsius is in CGS unit and Kelvin is SI unit. 1 calorie is equal to in SI unit 1000 calorie. We know that 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joules and 1000 can be written as into 10 power 3. So 1000 calorie can be written as 4.186 into 10 power 3 joule per kg Kelvin. Now let us take some of the substance and its specific heat values in SI and CGS systems. So here you can observe in the table. He has given the substance lead, brass, zinc, copper, iron, glass flint, aluminum, kerosene oil, ice, seawater, water and mercury. And these substances specific heat values in CGS system, and these are the systems in SI. So easily we can convert the specific heat value from CGS system to SI system. It is very simple. How? Let us take one example. So if you take the value of lead in CGS system, that is 0.031, you have to convert into SI unit, that is joule per kg Kelvin. What you have to do, you have to multiply that value into 4.186 into 1000. So we did like that only. See, 0.031 this value into 4.186 into 1000 is equal to, you will get the value 129.76. approximately we can write it as 130. So here you got the value 130. In the same way you can take one more example. If you want to convert the kerosene oil or ice, its value in CGS is 0.5, and that can be converted into SI unit in joule per kg Kelvin by multiplying 0.5 into 4.186 into 1000 is equal to, you will get 2093, and is equal to, approximately we can write it as 2100. So this is the value. We have seen that rise in temperature depends on the nature of the substance. Hence the specific heat of the substance depends on its nature. Take two substances, one is water and another is iron. We know that nature of the two substances are different. Now heat the two substances. Tell me which substance get heat up fast after heating those two substances. Yes, you are correct, iron. We can say water takes more time to heat up than iron. It means rise of temperature of water is low. Stop supplying heat. Now tell me which will cool slow. Of course water. It means fall of temperature is low. Fall of temperature of water is low. Why it happens like this? Because they have different specific heat. The specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius and specific heat of iron is 0.115 calorie per gram degree Celsius. So here by this we can say that if the substance having the high specific heat, the rate of rise in temperature or fall in temperature is low for same quantity of heat supplied. Here the best example you can take in between iron and water. Water is the best one. Here the specific heat of water is 1 calorie. It means high compared to the iron. So when you heat both the substance, you can see that the rise of temperature in water is slow. In the same way, if you cool these two substances, you will observe that the fall of temperature is slow in water. This happens due to because of a difference in their specific heat. So we can say specific heat gives an idea of the degree of reluctance. Reluctance is nothing but unwillingness of the substance. So let's see the next topic. Why specific heat is different for different substances. Let us find out. We know that the temperature of a body is directly proportional to average kinetic energy of the particles of the body. It means if the temperature is increases, kinetic energy is automatically increases of that particle. The molecules of the system, that is body or substance, have different forms of energies, such as linear kinetic energy, rotational kinetic energy, vibrational energy, potential energy. Between molecules, the total energy of the system is called internal energy of the system. When we supply heat energy to the system, the heat energy given to it will be shared by the molecules among various forms of energy. This sharing will vary from substance to substance. The rise in temperature is high for a substance if the maximum share of heat energy is utilized for increasing its linear kinetic energy. This sharing of heat energy of the system always varies with temperature. That is why the specific heat is different for different substances. In simple words, if you supply the heat energy, if the particle of the system share maximum heat energy among themselves, then kinetic energy increases, then the substance heat up fast. If the particle sharing is less or minimum, then kinetic energy decreases, then the substance heat up slow. If you know the specific heat of a substance, we can determine how much heat is needed to rise the temperature of a certain substance to certain degree by using the equation Q is equal to ms delta T. Applications of specific heat capacity. First application. The sun delivers a large amount of energy to the earth daily. The water sources on earth, particularly the oceans, absorb this energy for maintaining a relative constant temperature. The ocean behave like heat sources for the earth. They can absorb large amount of heat at the equator without appreciable rise in temperature due to high specific heat of water. Therefore, Ocean moderate the surrounding temperature near the equator. Ocean water transports the heat away from the equator to areas closer to the north and south poles. This transported heat helps moderate the climate in parts of the earth that are far from the equator. Second application. Watermelon brought out from the refrigerator retain its coolness for a long time than any other fruit because it contains a large percentage of water. We know that water has a greater specific heat. Third application. A samosa appears to be cool outside, but it is hot when we eat it because the curry inside the samosa contains ingredient with higher specific heats. I hope students, you must have liked this video. If so, please like this video and share it with all your friends. Tell us how you like this video by writing it in the comment box. And if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe to it and press the bell icon so that you do not miss any of the videos that follow. Thank you.